Hello everyone, Toby's here, and guys, this video is all about dragons. Honestly, that's my favorite subject. The thing is, by now, everyone should know, the basic builds of dragons and all of that, but I still see a lot of questions, so apparently not. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna talk dragons in this video. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna look at each color, and I'm gonna say, or explain the best builds for that color, or what's the most viable dragon, and so on. And I'm also going to show you ideas of dragons that I already prepared. I might swap and experiment and all of that. So basically, let's get started. So first dragon, let's look into the ruby dragon, alright? Alright, so we have ruby dragon. So ruby dragon by itself, in my opinion, is actually the strongest dragon by itself. But the reason is it's not very popular, or you don't see a lot of people using ruby dragon. Because think about it, Ruby Dragon doesn't, support or buff your troops. It doesn't provide anything to your team. And it also doesn't provide any CC or crowd control. So, it's good by itself, but, as I said, it's not popular because it doesn't provide a lot of support for the troops. So let's see the skills. In my opinion, that's the best build for Ruby. It's pure damage, So, let's get one thing out of the way. Hero Pred is a must on every dragon. Even, especially for PvP. I mean, it's a must for PvP actually, because it just provides a lot. Hero Pred provide a lot. And at this game, heroes are very, very strong units. They make and break the fights. So anything that can debuff them or so you can read the Hero Pred. It's reduce the damage from enemy heroes and all of these things. So Hero Pred is a must. Let's get it out of the way. You need it at every dragon. It's once I made this quote, Hero Pred or bust, basically. If you don't have Hero Pred, release the dragon. So let's get this one out of the way. Now the mostly common combo of abilities is this one, the Swell, Pulse and Arcane. Arcane provide the magic and healing efficacy by 20% and reduce cooldowns of the abilities of the dragon. So this one I think it's important for every dragon as well, because of the cooldown reduction, healing and the magic damage. This one usually goes with the pulse and the swell. They go together, because if you can read the abilities here, let's say release a pulse of violent energy dealing 3000 magic damage to nearby enemy and reduce the pulse interval blah 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 time 6 seconds. Okay, so basically every once in a while it will release a pulse. And the swell says what? Release a wave of magic when abilities are cast. So that's the thing, and also it reduces the magic resistance. So the dragon by itself will cast pulse, and then the swell will trigger because of the pulse. And the scale also, in my opinion, is a must on every dragon, because reducing damage taken to the dragon by total gonna be what, 25%? Is a must, Dragon, we all know by now, dragon dead, the fight is over, so you need scale. These are, this one is the scroll ability for the Ruby Dragon is a good one. If you can see it, it will make the dragon very tanky at the beginning, and then it will make the dragon crazy, going rampage basically. All damage the Ruby Dragon receives is reduced, so you can see all damage reduced by 35%. And every second that damage reduction will be converted into attack. So yeah. That's why I say, Ruby Dragon is a crazy good dragon by itself, but it doesn't provide anything to your troops and that's it. In my opinion, if you want to go Ruby Dragon, that's the best build you can go to. These two, I mean, they are just for pure damage. We know Cosmic Storm is good because the dragon casts it every once in a while, blinding, causing blind duration as well. And, causing damage, blinding, and for those lengthy fights, really, Cosmic Storm sometimes win you the fights, because the fight is dragging, and this Cosmic Storm will kill the heroes, backline heroes, and all of that. And this one I wouldn't say it's a must, but I like the fact that it reduces here. So it summons 12 raging fires at random locations within the enemy ranks. Okay, reducing the physical damage dealt by the enemy. This is what I like. For 15% for 10 seconds is nice. And this is luxury, basically luxury ability. You don't have to use this one. You can go with a legendary dragon. It doesn't have to be divine. You can go legendary 7 skills and get rid of this one if you want. It's up to you. but more or less this is one of the best Ruby dragon builds. However, since I made it, I haven't used it. Maybe I used this dragon once, maybe I tried it, but it is, you know, there are better dragons. Basically, Azure right now is the best dragon. We're gonna go to the Azure. We're gonna talk about the Azure as well. So yeah, this is for the Ruby. Let's move on in another color. Let's go, for example, Topaz. So for the Topaz, honestly, it's the worst dragon at the date of recording this video. So if they change the Topaz, I will make a video specifically for Topaz. But for now, I'm not even gonna bother showing you a build because I don't have a build for the Topaz. Topaz is really don't make a Topaz dragon. It's not a good dragon. No matter what you do, you will not be able to make it work. So just forget the idea of making a Topaz dragon, or you can make a utility dragon. You know, this is one of the things I want to talk about. Regardless of the color, this one is not related to a color. You need to make a utility dragon. Every player needs to make a utility dragon because of the research and the gold cap. And this one, the true shot, is because if you want to do events, like there are some events, you know, that you need to do top damage on whatever, you know, fast events and all of that, you use this dragon because it buffs the troops and the true shot aura, so you can stack all the archers, all snipers, all warlocks, and so on. So this is the best utility dragon you can make. It's gonna look like this basically. Yeah, forget about making a Topaz dragon right now. Is absolutely not viable. So let's go to a green dragon. All right, this dragon is I don't know, maybe you know, it's an infamous dragon. Maybe you know about it. A long time ago, I made this one of the first initial attempts of making a hybrid dragon, both healing and damage. And you can see, you know, I talked about this dragon in OGC interview a long time ago. I don't know, maybe more than a year ago, 2 years or something. So I still have it. However, if you notice here, this dragon is missing the scales. And that's honestly the reason I haven't been using this dragon for a long time, because it's missing a scale. I might actually roll with you now, guys. I have to roll a scale. Anyway, but first let's talk about the skills. So Hero Pred, out of the way. Tranquility, amazing skill, must have if you are using a Jade Dragon. Is it called Jade? Yeah, if you're using the Jade Dragon or Emerald Dragon, Green Dragon, you know, you gotta use this one. Because that's the purpose. You know, dragon, he's a healer. This Green Dragon is a healer. And you must use this one as well because it's increased healing and reduced cooldown. So these three out of the way. Call of the Wild is amazing. You know, if you use this ability, you will protect your troops, your heroes at the beginning of the fight for how long? Lasts for 11 seconds. So it's good. It's really good. Makes them almost, you know, they're not gonna, for 11 seconds, they're not gonna die, basically. So Call of the Wild is good. Now, we come down to these four. Honestly, I like Aeroblast. Aeroblast, I think, is a clutch because it pushes the troops away, and that includes heroes as well. So it pushes even heroes. So if you want to run a Green Dragon, you know, I like Aeroblast. Now, we need scales. So which one can we get rid of? Now, you can either keep it as a damage dragon, like what I'm having here. But honestly, ideally, what I would do now, if I could, I want to put scales here instead of this one. And also keep this one because a lot of people say the rebirth is useless. You know, a lot of people say that. Because it's very difficult to notice it. You cannot see the units really resurrecting. But in my opinion, based on, you know, back in days when I used to play the Jade Dragon, I like this one. I like Rebirth. I think, you know, it's a sleeper OP. People don't see the units resurrecting, but, you know, if you zoom in and pay attention, and, you know, it gives enough time for the front line and all of that. I like it. So what I would do, I would put a scale here and Primal Will here, in my opinion. That would be ideal for me, and I would use that dragon. I don't think Green Dragon does a lot of damage anyway, so it doesn't matter. Maybe, you know, make it full utility, full support, full healer, and survives kind of thing, kind of dragon. So yeah, this is why I'm not using this dragon now. Let's learn the scale. You know what? Let's learn the scale. Whatever happened. Let's go. You know, I gotta do it. Alright, Arcane. I have to use this one, so let's roll it. If I replace Hero Bread, I have an experimental dragon. I want to try it, so I can swap this one. And I can make a green dragon later. And there you go. So we replace Hero Bread. It's okay. This dragon, I haven't really been using it, so that's why it doesn't matter for me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna replace this dragon with an experimental dragon. We'll see. But for now, let's continue the other colors. Alright, let's go to the Onyx. So the Onyx dragon is one of the best dragons for a single reason, because of the crowd control. So Onyx dragon provides all these black holes, crowd controlling the back units and heroes and all that. That's why it's one of the best. However, the Azure dragon slowly surpassed him. So Azure now is the best dragon. This is second best. And sadly, I used my greater ability before I switched to humans, before I start to use the Azure and all that. However, I have a way out basically. I will show you. For the Onyx, the best abilities are Hero Bread, Scales, Gravitational Surge. This is a must. This one is not a must, but I like it because this one says what? This is the Scrolls ability. So while in the battlefield, if friendly non-hero, non-summoned melee units fall, aka your front line, swords or mechs or whatever, they have a 10% chance to summon a small black hole. This chance is greater for large and massive units if you're using, mechs and all that. And the black holes summon are larger. So a black hole is basically increase the chance. Okay, so the black hole is basically to crowd control. You're not really looking for the damage here. The 755 damage doesn't matter. It's to control them. They don't move basically. I like it. Some people don't use this one. Some people have Cosmic Storm. But I like this one. And the 3 combo, also Swell Arcane together. So what do we have? We have the last ability here. Cosmic Storm is the most suitable. And that's what I had before. So I had Cosmic Storm. I replaced it with the greater ability. But now I want this greater ability. I want it back. And I have a way to do it. So let me show you. So this is for the Onyx, the best build. So let's go for the Azure. Azure is the last one, right? Yeah, it's the last one. Deploy. So this is my current Azure dragon. Hero Bread is a must. Arcane is a must. Noble Blood is the most broken OP skill out there. When on the battlefield, friendly units take 15% reduced physical damage. And this is the mega crazy thing here. Says what? Friendly unit recover 0.9% health per second. And this one is crazy. Because with all the buffs that are coming into the game, the units becoming stronger and all that, this percentage 0.9 is what keeping the Azure dragon is the best dragon to use. Because you can see in every duel, you will see the Azure dragon healing around 200 million, 100 something, 300 million healing. And that's, Azure dragon heals all your troops more than Jade dragon. So that's why, using Azure is the best. Obviously, you need scale. All dragons you need scale because of the damage reduction, 25%. Musts. But this one gives what? Radiates an aura of freezing magic, reducing the attack speed and movement speed of nearby enemies. Alright, this one, is not amazing. There are better ones. Like for example, I like the Topaz ones actually because it provides stun. But it's not too bad. 25% reducing movement speed, attack speed is not too bad. However, you're mainly using it for this one. Alright. So what do we have? I like to use Primal Will on Azure because of the Noble Blood. So this Primal Will says what? Increase recover health is increased by 80%. And I think this one, affects the Primal Will. So it's increased the healing receive as well. Because this one, friendly units regenerate 0.9, including the dragon itself, I believe so. It must be. So friendly units recover. Even if it doesn't, to be honest, even if it doesn't affect the dragon itself, it is still, Primal Will, I think this ability is a clutch. It makes the dragon regenerate health, basically. And guys, think about it. Every time I keep repeating this. Dragon is the most important thing that you have in your composition, basically. You need to protect your dragon at all costs. So anything protect dragon, I like it. Pulse and Swell for damage. This is old-fashioned. I'm thinking to, one time I mentioned making a physical dragon, and a lot of people get confused. I get a lot of messages but this is not the right build. I mean, I know, of course, it's an idea. So my idea is to get rid of Pulse and Swell and put physical abilities like physical abilities, basically these two. What is it called? Calamity and Beast Roar. However, you know, it hasn't been tested yet. If I have the luxury to have a lot of hero pred dragons to play with, sure, I would try it. But for now, I'm not able to hit it anyway. So for this last ability, Fortitude, obviously, you don't want this one. It's old-fashioned, it doesn't do much, 15% health, and all of this is too little, too small, it's not worth to have a slot. So what I want here is to have the greater ability here, basically, instead of Fortitude, and I will be good to go. So how would I do that? Let me show you. So now we're done with the dragons, and I showed you all the best builds for the dragons. Let me show you the experimental dragon that I have. Where is it? So I have an experimental dragon here. Is it this one? No, not this one. This one. So sadly, I don't have hero pred, but ideally I want hero pred. But I'm gonna try it for against humans. So what I decided to do here is to get rid of all the damage, basically. You know, dragons are not really doing a lot of damage for me right now. So think about it. You know, removing Pulse and Swell, which are these two, comparing to my other dragon, Pulse and Swell and Fortitude, and just have a lot of scales, man. So how do I abilities? Yeah. So this one, you know, physical damage, reduce physical damage and increase health of the dragon. And the other one gives what? Range damage taken by the dragon will be mitigated. And also increase the dodge, I think. Yeah, the evade, dodge, same thing. And this one, arcane scale, will mitigate the magic damage and increase the health of the dragon as well. So my idea is to make a beefy dragon, you know. And this one, but I don't like human pred. I'm gonna test it. So this is like an experimental thing. I'm gonna test it in the dual tower. And since we messed up the green dragon, which I haven't been using for a long time, so it wouldn't matter, let's train this one over the green dragon. What do you think? Yeah. So this is the green dragon. Yeah, it's gone. No hero pred, bust, basically. If your dragon doesn't have hero pred or doesn't have any predation, release it, basically. It doesn't belong to you anymore. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. And we're gonna test this dragon. Yeah, let's go. Oh my god, I get 121. Sure, let's do it. So we're gonna prepare this dragon later. This one is a test dragon, so we're gonna test it later. For now, what I would really like to do is to get this greater ability out of this dragon. I really want to get it out of this dragon. I don't know how. I don't want to release this dragon because it's a perfect dragon. It has 6-time growth. So I really don't want to release it, you know. And I want to have an Onyx dragon on the side anyway. So here's what I did. I basically... Where is it? So, yeah. So basically what I did is I casually trained another dragon. Exactly the previous one, you know. Instead of greater ability, I put Cosmic Storm again. So I casually trained this one today. I got lucky. So what I'm gonna do today, well, I'm gonna do now. So I'm gonna train this one over my original Onyx. Dragon is garrison, cannot be. Okay, no problem. We deploy the main dragon. Hatch. Is it this one? Really? Yeah. Train. And then we go over the Onyx. So, you know, I'm assuming if I do this, I will get the greater ability back. You know, the good thing I'm recording. So Lilith, you know, if I don't get it back, you should give it back to me. You know, as promised. So let's do it, right? Let's do it, guys. You know, I don't know why I'm having a strange feeling to do this, but it should be okay, right? Yeah, let's do it. There you go. Okay, so we got the greater ability back. We got all these good things back. And this one, deploy. Still have the growth, yeah, still have the full growth. So what are we gonna do now? We're gonna fix the dragon later, obviously. What we're gonna do now is we want to use the greater ability here. Learn, greater ability. Beautiful. Learn it over Fortitude. Let's go. Ta-da! So now I'm ready to PvP basically. And I've always wanted to see how it interacts with Primal Will. It should be crazy good. So yeah, if you want to make a current best dragon for the meta, you would run something like this. There are flexibilities. It doesn't have to be exactly like this. You could remove Primal Will, have what is this one called? Hailstorm. Yeah, Hailstorm. The good thing about this ability is it makes the dragon stand in the back while it's casting. So you can do things, good things with this ability. So you can have the dragon in the back, so it doesn't get tagged right away at the beginning. A lot of players just tag the dragon at the beginning and kill the dragon. So this is one of the way you could do. But for me, I like it like this. This is the way I'm going for. So is it maxed already or what? Yeah, so they have it maxed already. Okay. Health is 24 million now. So yeah, this is some dragon talks we have been doing. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna prepare this one. Infuse it all and all of that. Make sure to infuse. I should be able to. Yeah, I should have a lot of these anyway. I'm actually very close to have enough dragon glass to train my 6th dragon. Imagine that. This is the benefit of being an older player, playing for a long time. And being a semi whale. According to people, I'm a whale now because I'm 10 million. I don't know how I feel about that. Am I a whale? I don't know. I'm just a casual player trying to have fun. So yeah, guys, I actually have another experimental dragon. Let me show you. Look at that. So I'm thinking, if they introduce a greater ability, I will replace this one and just have a physical crazy kamikaze dragon. I'm gonna try it out later if they introduce a new ability. So yeah, I like playing with dragons. But Lilith, if you actually give us the ability to not release hero pred, we would try to be more inventive. I want to build new builds. I want to try new things, but you make it very difficult for us. So we have to wait years, literally years. I mean, I'm not waiting 1 month, 2 months. I'm waiting years to make a physical dragon. Anyway. So yeah, guys, this is what I have to show you about today. General discussion about dragons. I hope now you have a better idea about how to build your dragon instead of getting too confused and all that. If you really paid attention to everything I said, it should be super clear for you to build the most ideal dragon for you based on your luck. Because at the end of the day, it's all comes down to hero pred. If you release hero pred, that means you're gonna release the dragon. If you release the dragon, that means you're gonna wait until you hatch another dragon with hero pred and so on. So guys, everyone go try making a Azure dragon and enjoy basically. And this should do it for the video. Make sure to type #giveaway to participate in the next week 8 Toby Nation week to win some codes. We have been distributing a lot of codes on weekly basis and everybody's happy. So yeah, it's very important to be happy, guys. So until next time, see ya.